Hey guys, Greg from East Coast Dies, and I'm reviewing the Easton Stealth High School version. Easton is a pretty new company to the sport of lacrosse. They make a lot of equipment for other sports, but they just recently started making lacrosse shafts, and I think they've done all right. I've seen a couple of their shafts. A couple of my defensemen on the team I coach, the rec team, Cockeysville, they have the Easton shafts, and I like them. They're pretty cool looking. But other than that, I haven't heard a lot of buzz about it. I saw a review of the Easton Stealth a couple times on the internet, and people had good things to say, but reviews are always kind of biased. You know, somebody sends you a head for free. You don't want to say anything bad about it. So, review for you guys from an unbiased position. I have it here to die and string, but overall, I like the head. There's some quirky things. I guess they tried to differentiate themselves a little bit from the pack with one of their first heads and really do some different things with it. And it wasn't necessarily all bad, but some of it just leave well enough alone and doesn't really need to be changed. So start out with the overall face shape. It's a nicely shaped head. That's probably my favorite thing about it. You can string a really nice pocket in it. The flare is a little bit gradual. It looks a little bit like a Lakota in the flare, maybe a little bit straight up the scoop, kind of like a superpower. Really big fan of the head. It's a pretty long head, so I really like the face shape and the sidewall pattern. You know, nothing fancy there. Just one thick beam in the middle, and it keeps it. It's relatively flexible. Not as flexible as some heads if you want to move it side to side, but pinch it in is pretty flexible. I don't know how they do in the long term with holding up as far as stability goes, but the most interesting thing they have here is this down at the bottom. Now, some people I've showed the head to think that's like a cushion, like there's a spring in there. When you catch it, the head kind of moves back. It's a cushion, or kind of like there's a lion shaft where, like, when you would go to throw, it would have a little cushion. It would wind back and give you a little snap effect. It is neither of those things, but what it is it adjusts the offset of the head. So you take a screwdriver and you adjust that screw enough to make it tighter or looser. You make it tighter, and it's gonna tilt that head back down. So not really offset, but just more tilt, kind of like a crankshaft would have. And so I guess it gives you the chance to adjust how tilted you want your head. But I can be honest with you, I know very few lacrosse players that know how they like their head strung, nonetheless how they like their head tilted. So I don't know how many people benefited from that. I can't imagine too many, but uh, it's a cool little feature. You pay for it. I mean, it's a $95 head, and without that, it might have been a little less expensive. So some people won't find value in that, and I certainly don't, but some people might like it. Another thing I felt was weird was the sidewalls. They did a great job giving you a ton of sidewall holes, plenty to string up any pocket you want, but you can see, unlike a normal head, these sidewall holes trail off, and the sidewall becomes very thin down here at the end, which is unusual and could make it kind of funky to string the bottom down here. I'll let you guys know once I string it. And another thing that's funky with the string holes is these bottom holes. There's only two of them, so just like the Proton Power, but you could string the Proton Power. But the funny thing is, they go the wrong way. They're facing this way instead of this way. So I mean, there's workarounds around that, but why do something that needs a workaround when the standard is they go this way, and it makes most sense for them to go the way that every other head goes? But other than those couple quirky things, which they don't necessarily make the head bad, they just make it different. And I'm sure it can be strung however any head can be strung however anybody wants. And so I'll let you guys know in a video once I string it how I like it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this video, want some more reviews and string videos, and find us on Facebook.